Hello all. Welcome to the lecture series on soft skills and interpersonal skills. And today we will be looking at the second half of fourth unit, and we will be starting with letters. Okay. Now, letters is something that you all know that you have mostly done during your first year in college, and also I believe in your second year when you were doing your effective technical communication course in English, right? So here also letter will remain the same. I will basically be recapitulating with you what letters are, because you already know the main concept, you already know the main ideas, you already know the main format. I will just be recapitulating them with you in this session. Okay. So letter writing, as we all know, letter writing are of two types. One is formal and informal. Now, informal letter is a kind of a letter that you write to your relatives, to your cousins, to your parents, if you are staying away from them and you want to communicate something, right? That is when you do informal letter writing. But for you engineering students, you have to concern yourselves with formal letters only, and a specific kind of formal letters, which is business letters, okay? Which is mainly undertaken by an organization, okay? In order to communicate with their employees or to communicate with another organization. Okay. So, business letters is written for this purpose. Okay. Now, business letters, you would remember, of course, there is a process to proper a process to write a business letter, and it consists of three stages. One is pre-writing, writing, and post-writing. Pre-writing, the stage includes your pre-writing stage includes audience analysis, purpose identification, scope determination, and the analysis of the desired action. So in pre-writing, you analyze the audience, you identify the purpose of your write up, you identify the purpose of writing your letter, you identify the scope, you determine the scope, and you also analyze the desired action. Okay. So these are the things that is which are included in the pre-writing portion of business letters. Okay. So in the pre-writing stage, you basically analyze the audience that is your target audience, to whom you are going to address this letter. Okay. And to whom this letter will be of benefit and who will take interest in your letter. Okay. Then comes the writing stage. Now, the writing stage consists of three, again, very important substages like brainstorming, free writing, and mind mapping. Okay. So, brainstorming uh, is a planning technique where you list down ideas as they arise in your mind. And in free writing, you express your ideas without worrying about the spelling, grammatical errors, or organizational problems. And in mind mapping, you take advantage of your mind's natural ability to organize information in the form of images and maps. Okay. So these are the three elements of your writing stage. You should be employing either these three or any one of these three or any of these two, three. That's up to you. But this is what your writing stage would look like. Okay. Then comes the mind mapping, then comes a post writing stage. Now, the post writing stage would involve revising, editing, and evaluating. So, whatever you have written, you will be revising that, you will be editing that, and you will be evaluating that. So, revision means the improvement of the layout, the content, and the syntax of the body of the letter. And editing refers to the correction of grammar, punctuation, format, and structure. So, all of these things are included in post writing. Then comes evaluation, which is the process of critically examining the letter to ensure that it achieves its purpose. Okay. So these are the three things which are included in the post writing. Now we come to the structure of a business letter. Now, the very first line of a business letter would consist of the sender's address. The second line would consist of the date line. Sender's address means the your address, like the one who is sending the letter, their address. Second line is the date line where you will put the date. Third one is the reference, which is optional. You can either write the reference number which is given to you, or you can skip that, not a problem. Then comes the inside address, where you are including the address of the recipient, and you will also be putting his or her name before you write their address. Okay. Then comes in the fifth line comes the subject. Okay, where you will be stating in one line the subject of your letter, and that subject line should not be written in the form of a sentence, rather, it should be a phrase. Okay, it should be written in the form of a phrase. Okay. Now comes after subject. The sixth line consists of the salutation, where you will be basically writing dear sir, dear madam, dear customer, or things like that before you begin the letter. Or you can directly use refer to somebody by their surname, putting a Mr. before that, like dear Mr. Bright or things of that sort. Then you write the body of your letter, which would contain the opening, which would, containing an opening which would state the main idea. And the middle will, you will have supporting details. And then there will be a closing action. Okay. Then comes your complimentary close, where you will close your letter with your sincerely, your truly best regards. After that, you will put your signature, and then if you want, you can include certain enclosures depending upon what letter you are writing, or you may not, or you may skip that. That is also an optional element. So this is about your letter writing. Okay. In the next session, we will be looking at another kinds of writing. Okay. Thank you for listening.